Welcome to this carrier takeoff and landing demo for the F-18 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're using the Hard Deck Simulations carrier module, which is linked in the description below. When we start on a carrier, our engines are running and our flaps are set to half, so all we need to do is taxi onto the catapult and apply the parking brake. Once you're on the catapult, set your throttles to full and apply afterburner. As soon as that is done, release your parking brake and the catapult will fire you off the deck. When you leave the deck, raise the gear, set your flaps to auto. After you've left the carrier and enjoyed the climb, level off and brake left to fly a circuit of the carrier. As you pass the carrier straight and level, you'll want to slow down to 200 to 250 knots, put the flaps to full, drop the landing gear and the tail hook. To drop the tail hook, you can either use the tail hook switch in the cockpit, or you can configure a hotkey for toggle tail hook handle or set tail hook handle, depending on your control setup. As we turn on to final here, I'm keeping my speed around 250 knots and the velocity vector, the circle on the HUD, should be roughly aligned over the carrier. As you get closer to the carrier, you'll want to slow down again. I'm probably going a bit too fast here, but it's just for demo purposes. You'll probably want to be around 160-170 knots. Essentially, the slower you go without stalling the aircraft and keeping it stable, the more time you'll have to position yourself correctly for the cables. I'm keeping my velocity vector centered over the cables as much as possible and essentially blindly following that circle down to the deck.
Pull up.
As we touch down, the cables slow us down and stop us before we fly off the deck at the other end. That was far from a perfect landing, but this was just for demo purposes, and luckily you do have to disable crashes to use the Hard Deck Simulations module. If you have the reflexes, you'll want to apply full throttle as you hit the cables as in real life, just so in the case of a wave off, you perform a go around instead of falling off the deck. A quick note that this module is only available on PC. If you want to perform carrier landings on an Xbox, you'll have to wait until the official Top Gun DLC is released early next year. Thank you for watching. I hope that your carrier landings are better than mine, and if you did find this useful, please drop a like, and if you'd like to see more tutorials, please do subscribe as I make this kind of content fairly regularly. Take care, and I'll see you next time.